Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It may be hard to find a running lane today. The Falcons have the best rush defense in the league, and they're going up against the Panthers, who will try to avoid becoming one-dimensional.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jones will come now in motion right. Here's Coleman. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319. Over.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
This is Coleman, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. In motion is Austin Hooper. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. 2 running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12.
Watch it now. Here we go now. Good. Over.
On play action, they'll throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The slot man in motion right. Now Newton on first down. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 81 yards. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Coleman now. And he's got some space here. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step. And that's a big pickup right there on first down.
They will run again with Coleman. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Here we go now. No. Check. Patriot. Over.
Here's Coleman on the toss. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Zadarius Smith in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. So a first-quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them. Maybe occupy people, make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing. but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Great job defensively. Stretched it out, got the tackle for loss. He had 2 TFLs last week, by the way.
Yeah, what you're describing right there is a player who can set the edge well. You always hear that, meaning he's not getting hooked by an offensive lineman or a tight end, not getting turned inside on the blocking, able to keep his outside arm free, string the play out so there's nowhere for the back to turn up. Then he gets to him and makes the play.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Out of the gun, Newton. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Grady Jarrett with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. On second down, here's Newton. Staying on it. All the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Tack McKinley in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing third and long. A shotgun snap for Newton. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. First down, it's Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Room to run inside the 40. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled. So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guy's jersey clean throughout the game.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. This one up to about the 39 here. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill out the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
No. Check. Patriot. Green. Back that Philly. Here we go.
Back to throw here. And he will find his man on the outside. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And not a good return here. He is brought down at the 7-yard line. Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Here's Newton now on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 36. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. They're in the second quarter at Heinz Field, and the Bengals out to the early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Green 39! Green 39!
Slot man moves right. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Give, this is their fullback. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
All right, here we go.
They'll drop the throw. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. Elsewhere on the NFL scoreboard in Dallas. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And some room to work. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Newton. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
The second quarter score from KC, and it's the Browns out to the early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 2nd down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13.
Let's go. Blue, land it. Blue.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. In motion is Austin Hooper. They'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Here's Bailey now for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Bailey now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. To throw on second down is Newton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Second down, 8. Operating from the gun, Newton. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Newton. That's Samuel, caught left side. The 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football. Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space?
He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. So we are at halftime here. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Elsewhere on the NFL scoreboard in Dallas. And it's the Cowboys that have moved down to an early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. They go play action here on first down. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Falcons grab it. And they will take over at the 20. 26-yard line. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll come out throwing here on first down. That is caught inside the 5. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 24 yards. In the red zone this time. It's Coleman here. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Bailey now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Gets around him, and now running right through it. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now onto the field, here come the Panthers. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. To throw on second down. Newton. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Newton on first down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
From the red zone now, Newton steps away to his left. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
McCaffrey on the counter. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Elsewhere, 2nd half action at Heinz Field. And it's the Steelers who've moved out in front in that ball game. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Now Newton. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. The slot man in motion right. Third and goal now, so some urgency here for the offense. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it makes things a little more interesting now on 4th and goal.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
And Gano's kick is right through. Elsewhere at Arrowhead there in the third quarter. The Chiefs have extended their lead in that one. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Final minute now of the third quarter. They'll toss it to Coleman. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. The Falcons on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Elsewhere, second half action at Heinz Field. And the Bengals, they've now taken the lead in that ball game. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Time running out here on the play clock. Now a handoff here to his running back. Gave a glimpse of his power, but not a whole lot of space. Down at the 30. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And now a 1st down following that long gain. He'll drop to throw. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. He'll look to throw. This is caught. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
In motion, the tight end. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Now a play fake here on first down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett getting him once again. His third sack of the afternoon. To throw on second down. Newton eluding the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
The Panthers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So out come the Falcons now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll set up to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shaq Thompson coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now back to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Gilbert. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see. And other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
3 yards remaining here on 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gilbert. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. They run the counter now on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They've gone to the 4th quarter now in Dallas. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Hard throw, incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it'll be 1st down here after the run. Back to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. They'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
He's back to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Five yards left for the offense. It's second down. Back to throw. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. The offense on third down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. He'll look to throw. The swing pass caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. So getting the big touchdown they needed late in the 4th. Now what do? You conservative and just tie it up?
No, I think you put your practice into game situation. Go as fast as possible. You already have your play call ready to go. Go for 2 and decide it right now.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Falcons on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Carolina getting set to take the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Newton. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. In motion left is Funchess. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, fourth down this distance, you got to punt it, right?
That's definitely the first instinct because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. And tough starting field position here. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
This time he'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2.
All right, here we go.
In motion is Austin Hooper. He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. This is McCaffrey on the give. Down to about the 22 here. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So it all comes down to the right foot of Graham Gano. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. And this one is no good. He missed it. And we will play on here in overtime. Well, we had 2 ties last season in 2000.